Next, sixth element, precedence is 4. Sixth element precedence is 4. So I am writing sixth element here. Next, for seventh element, precedences are 3, 5, 6. So I am choosing 7 somewhere here, for which 3, 5 and 6 are the precedences. Then 8th element, 9th element, 10th element. For all of them, precedence is 7 only. You can go step by step also. So let this be 8, 9, 10. Okay. Then 11th element, precedence is 8. 11th element. 12th element, precedence is 10. 13th element, precedence is 9, 11, 12. So this is 13th element. 9, 11 and 12. Am I right? Any
Yes,
doubt
sir.
in this? Yeah.
No, sir. No, sir.
So after drawing the precedence diagram, what you have to do is you have to mention the timings about that element. For element 1, the time is 7. For element 2, the time is 4. For element 3, it is 3. For element 4, it is 4. Next, for element 5, the time is 6. For element 6, time is 6. For element 7, time is 5. For element 8, it is 6. For element 9, 2. For element 10, 7. And then for element 11, it is 6. For 12, it is 2. For 13, it is 10. So these are the timings. So this is the first step you have to do. Draw the precedence diagram based upon the constraints given to you. So once that is over, what is that step 1 he is saying here? List all the elements in the descending order of their work element value. So here, which is having the highest number, highest time?
13.
13 is having highest time. So in the table, 13 will come first, isn't it? 13 has come first. Element time is 10. So if you look at this, these elements are written in the descending order of their timings. 10 maximum time 10 at the top, minimum time 2 at the bottom. Is this step clear? After element 13, after element 13, okay, this is 13 element, time is 10. What is the next highest time?
7, 10, 10, 10.
Yeah, so we have 1 as well as 10. For both of them, time is 7. Okay, for 1 and 10. For both of them, time is 7. So like that, next time is 6. 1, 2, 3, 4 elements are having same time 6. That is element 5, 6, 8 and 11. 5, 6, 8 and 11. So like that, arrange all of them in the descending order. This is step 1. After step 1, what is step 2? Decide cycle time. But here, in this particular problem, he himself has given the cycle time as 16 minutes. So you need not calculate. So directly he has given cycle time as 16 minutes. That is step 2. Then what is step 3? Assign work elements to stations. Start from the top of the list of unassigned elements. Select only feasible elements as per the precedence constraint. So let us do this now. So here I am writing station 1. First station I am taking. In this station 1, I must start allocating elements starting from the top of the table. Start from the top of the table. Okay, so it is 10 minutes. For which element? Element 13. But can I assign 13 directly to the first station? I cannot, because there is a precedence constraint here. 9, 11, 12 should be over before I assign 13. So I cannot do that. So what is the next highest element?
1.
1. So 1 is having a time of 7 minutes. So I will assign element 1. Okay, its time is 7 minutes. How much is the maximum allowed time for me here? Cycle time is how much maximum? 16 minutes. That is given in the problem. So I can assign up to 16 minutes to this station 1. So element 1 took only 7 minutes. So I have 9 minutes more to assign. So what element I can take? Again, start from the top. Again, start from the top. Which element I can start now? Yeah.
We have to start from 13. Okay.
Yeah, 1 is over. Again, start from the top. Can I assign 13 now? No. 9, 11, 12 are not go over. What is the next element I can assign? Can I assign 10?
No, sir.
No. 7th element is not completed. Precedence is not satisfied. Can I assign 5?
No, sir.
No. 2nd element is not over. You go through the table and tell me what is the next.
Second element.
Element 2, sir.
Element 2, for which precedence is 1. This is already over. Element 2 takes how much time? 4 minutes. So I can assign element 2 with 4 minutes. So up to now, how many minutes are over? 11 minutes are over. 7 plus 4. Still I have 5 minutes more. Maximum is 16 cycle time. So what is the next element I can assign? Again from the top. Check from the top.
We can assign 5, sir. Already 2 is completed, no, sir.
You can
Work
assign
element
5,
five,
but
sir.
how much
We
is the
cannot.
time?
Time is
Six,
exceeded.
6, sorry.
6, but is it exceeding? You don't have 6 minutes. Only 5 minutes you have there.
We have to take 4, sir. Element 4.
work element 4.
Yeah, exactly. Work element 4, which takes only 4 minutes. So up to here, 15 minutes is over. There is no other element with 1 minute time. So obviously you have to stop there. Yeah, 15 minutes. So how much is the ideal time now?
1 minute.
1 minute is ideal for station 1. Now let us start station 2. 1, 2, 4 are over. Again, start from the top. Which element I can assign?
Fifth one.
5th, correct.
Work element
5th one, 6 minutes. 2nd is already over. 5th one, 6 minutes. Next element. Again from the top.
61, sir.
6th, correct. 6th one takes another 6 minutes. Precedence is satisfied. 4 minutes, okay. Fourth job is already over. So 6th, I can assign 6, which takes 6 minutes. So 6 plus 6, 12 minutes are over. I have 3 minutes more. Sorry, 4 minutes
4
more.
minutes.
Okay,
Third
what is
one,
the next?
Third one.
Third.
Work element 3.
Yeah, so which takes only 3
1 minute.
and already 1 is over.
Yes, sir.
3. So 6 plus 6, 12 plus 3, 15 minutes is over. Again, 1 minute is idle. Let us start station 3. Again from the top. Which element I can start? Take the highest value always first, if precedence is satisfied.
Work element 8.
Work element 8, no.
No, 7.
See the constraint,
Yes, sir.
7 is not over. So which one you will take now?
Sir, we can take 7th one, sir. 3, 5,
Yeah.
6 complete.
Correct. You can have to start with 7. 3, 5, 6 are already over. 7 takes only 5 minutes. 7 takes 5 minutes. Okay. What is the next element I can take? Again, start from the top.
Sir, 8th one, sir. Already now only 7th one completed.
We
Work
can-
element
yes,
8.
sir.
Work element
8.
8.
Yes, sir. Precedence is completed, sir. 7.
You can take 10, sir.
Okay, work element 8, 7 is over. So work
can take
element
10.
8 takes how much time?
6
6 minutes time.
Work element 10 also we can take, sir.
Work element, yeah, work element 10,
Yes, sir.
right?
7
Work element
minutes.
10 also you can take, isn't it? So
Yes, sir.
whichever is having higher value, you have to choose that first.
Work element 10, sir.
Work element 10 you have to choose first. So which takes 7 minutes. Seven plus 5, 12 minutes is over.
4 minutes
So
left.
you have left with 4 minutes more. Come back. See what is the next element you can choose.
9th you can take,
Nine.
sir.
I am removing this 8 here, which we have not done. Okay.
9th
What's
one,
the
sir. We can take.
You can take 9th one.
Work
Yes,
element
9th one.
9th one takes how much time?
2
2
minutes.
minutes. Already 7 is done. So how many minutes more left?
2 minutes.
2 minutes left. Okay, 14 minutes are over. Is there any other element with 2 minutes?
Yes, sir. Work element 12.
Work element 12. 10 is already done. So total 16 minutes you have consumed. 0 is the ideal time.
Yes, sir.
So station 4 now. Again start from the top. Which element I can assign now? Take the highest value.
Work element 8.
Work element 8. 7 is already over. So work element 8, 6 minutes. So I have 10 minutes more. Next
Work
element.
element 13.
Work element
13th, sir.
13th.
No, sir. 11th, sir. First we
No,
have
no,
to
11,
take.
sir. 11, sir.
work element 11, right?
Yes, sir.
Work
Work
element
element
11
11.
takes
6
work
minutes.
element 11 lays 6 minutes. Okay, so it's totally 12.
12. 4
So
minutes
idle
idle
time
time.
is,
4 minutes.
yeah, 4 minutes is the idle time. So fifth station, because with 4 minutes there is no other element left over. So only
work
element left over now is 13.
13. Element time 10 minutes.
Yeah, 13, 10 minutes. So here 10 minutes is over. So 6 minutes is idle. So are you clear how I am doing this assignment?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So this is a very, very simple problem. So you have to do this way. Step 3 is over. Okay. Now, what we have to do, he's asking us to calculate balance delay, isn't it? For
Yes, sir.
calculating balance delay, you need to calculate balance efficiency.
Yes, sir.
So line balance efficiency. You have a formula TWS, total work content, divide TWC, total work content divided by number of stations into service time.
Yes, sir.
So total work content means the sum of all these element timings. If I sum up all of them, how much I will get? So let me write here. Oh, TWC I will write first. TWC is equal to 7 plus 4 plus 3 plus 4 plus 6 plus 6 plus 5 plus 6 plus 2 plus 7 plus 6 plus 2 plus 10. These are the values given to you. If I sum up
68.
68 minutes I will get. That's right. Therefore, line balance efficiency is equal to 68 divided by how many number of stations you got just now?
5,
sir.
Total number of stations 5, isn't it? 5 into what is cycle time given to you?
16.
The service 16. So equal to 0.16.
18.
8.5, sir.
8.5.
8.5.
Correct. So this is balance efficiency. Therefore, balance delay is equal to 1 minus balance efficiency, or this is 1 minus 0.85 is equal to 0.15.
5.
Yeah, it is 15%. This is how we solve the problem of balance delay. This is a full question and full marks question. Okay, if you solve this, you are assured to get full marks. Okay, so practice the precedence diagrams. And remember, in largest candidate rule, how we have to proceed. List all the work elements in the descending order of their times. Then allocate them to stations so that the total time at any station should not exceed the cycle time. That is the condition. Right? Now,
Yes, sir.
there is another question given in October 2020. See, there was one paper per third year students who took advanced elective. In November, there is another paper for final years. 2020. So this is October 2020, question number 2. Check what he has given. A proposal has been submitted to replace a group of assembly workers, each working individually with an assembly line. The following table gives the individual work elements. So 8 work elements are there, their timings are given, precedences are given. The demand rate is 1600 units per week. That means every week 1600 units must be produced. Assume 40 hours per week. And the current number of operators required to meet this demand is 8, using the individual manual workers. Assume 50 weeks per year. First step is construct the precedence diagram from the data provided. That is the first question is asking. Okay, construct the precedence diagram. Next. Say, suppose if this question is for 12 marks, let us say. If you solve the first bit, 4 marks directly you will get. Only for the diagram, precedence diagram. Now the second question is, use the Kilbridge-Wester method rule to assign work elements to stations. What is the balance delay? Same as last problem, instead of largest candidate rule, you are using Kilbridge-Wester method. Another difference here is, in the last problem, he has given cycle time directly, but here you have to calculate cycle time with the given data. So let me show the solution quickly for this. Have you understood the problem statement?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now, so first Kilbridge-Wester method technique, keep it as a side. Okay, what are these steps? I will explain you once again. Our first task is to draw the precedence diagram, isn't it? So I am going to draw the precedence diagram. How? See, for the available data, for element 1 and 2, is there any precedence?
No,
No,
sir.
sir.
No. So straight away 1 and 2 I can start like this.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
There is no precedence. Next, for element 3, precedence is 1 and 2. For element 3, precedence is 1 and 2. Satisfied?
Yes, sir.
Next, for element 4, precedence is 2. Element 4, precedence is 2. Next, for element 5, precedence is 3.
3.
For element 5, precedence is 3. That is also satisfied. For element 6, precedence is 3 and 4. For element 6, precedence is 3 and 4. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Element 7, precedence is 4. For element 7, precedence is 4. Last, for element 8, precedences are 5, 6, 7. 5, 6, 7 are the precedences for element 8. So first step is over. First bit answer is over. Just I am writing down the element times at the top of each element. Element times are written there. Now, this is first bit. While before solving problem with Kilbridge-Wester method, I want to calculate cycle time. Here cycle time is not given, but some data is given to you. What is that data? Demand of the job is 1600 units per week. In 1 week, 1600 units will be produced. And assume 40 hours per week. This is another condition given. 1600 units in 40 hours. Can you calculate rate of production based on that? Demand is 1600 units per week. 40 hours per week is the working time. So what is rate of production now? Rate of production numerator is weekly 1600 I have to produce. Weekly how many hours I have? 40.
40 hours.
1600 by 40. Week gets cancels. So units per hour I will get. Rate of production.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Once you get the rate of production, cycle time, we already learned earlier that cycle time is the reciprocal of rate of production. TC is equal to 1 by RP. So here 1 by RP means 1 by 40. I will get it in hours, but if I want to convert into minutes, I will multiply with 60. 1 by 40 hours, okay, per unit. But if I multiply with 60, I will get directly in minutes. Cycle time is in minutes, 1.5 minute. Are you clear?
Yes, sir.
So cycle time we have calculated, that's done. Now he is asking us to calculate balance delay using Kilbridge-Wester method. What is that Kilbridge-Wester method? Let us understand. Step 1 is construct the precedence diagram. That is already done. Step 2 is group work elements into columns. How? In column 1, include all work elements that do not have a precedence. Column 1 should have elements which do not have any precedence. Okay, that means here in our diagram, which elements are there in column 1?
1 and 2 elements.
1 and 2, which do not have any precedence. Okay, next, make column 2 with list of elements that follow elements of column 1. Column 2 should be the elements which follow column 1. That means what are they? 3 and 4 here,
4,
which are following 1 and 2.
1 and 2.
Yeah, like that, continue for all the elements till they get exhausted. So you have to make them into columns. Okay, that is step 2. So I am doing that step 2 here. Step 1, draw the precedence diagram is over. Step 2, group the work elements into columns. See, column 1 I made. 1 and 2 are in column 1. 3 and 4 are in column 2. 5, 6, 7 are in column 3. 8th element is in column 4. Second step is also over. Are you clear up to this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Let us see the third step. List all the elements in the order of their columns. That means you have to write down the elements in a table in the order of their columns. That means column 1 elements at the top, column 2 elements next. And while writing so, the elements are arranged in the descending order of their time in each column. That means if you write elements of column 1, give the highest number at the top, whichever is having more time, that is at the top, and write the other elements in the descending order. So let me show you that. Step 3. In step 3, see 1 and 2 are in column 1, isn't it? So which is having highest time? Element 1 is having highest time. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Element 1
Yes,
is
sir.
having time 1. Element 2 is having 0.5.
0.5.
So I will write element 1 first, element 2 next in column 1. Right. Next, I will come to column 2. Which element is having more time?
3, sir.
3. Next 4 is having. So 0.8, 0.3. So 3 write first and then 4. 0.8, 0.3. That is in second column. Go to third column. Tell me the order now.
1.2.
0.5, 0.5.
0.2.
Right. That means elements are 5, 7, 6.
5, 7, 6.
So I'm writing C. 5. Then I wrote 7 and then 6. Now is it like clear how I am writing?
Yes, sir.
So in each column, write the element in the descending order of their timings. And lastly, 8th element we have in the 4th column that I have written. So this is only the difference. From next step onwards, it is same as largest candidate rule. What is that? Assign elements to stations. Looking from the top. Okay, station 1 I have taken. So look at the table from the top. Satisfying the precedence constraints, which element I can assign first?
Work
One.
element 1.
1. What is my cycle time totally?
1.5.
1.5.
1.5 is the cycle time. So I can assign 1 first.
Yes, sir.
Then I can assign 2.
Yes,
Both
sir.
are not having any precedences. So I have assigned 1 and 2. So 1.5 station time is over. See, if he asks in the problem, then only add this idle time. Otherwise not required. Okay. This
Yes,
is
sir.
not required if you don't ask. Now, second column. Okay, these two are over. Second column. What is the next element? Third element. What is the time?
0.8.
0.8. Is it satisfying the precedence?
Yes, sir.
1 and 2 are already over. So 3, it's done, 0.8. So what is the next element I can add?
Work element 4.
Work element 4 I can add, which takes only 0.3 times. Precedence is satisfied. So work element 4 I have added, 0.3. So 1.1 is over. Still I have 0.4 minutes left.
0.2.
Yeah. So if I add, can I add fifth element?
No, sir.
Because its time is 1.2.
1.2.
I don't have that. What is the next feasible element? Can I add 7? 7 is
sir.
also having more time.
Yes, sir.
0.5.
No. 0.5.
Can I add 6?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
6 is having only 0.2. 3 and 4 are satisfied. So 6 I can add 0.2. So 1.3 minutes is over. Okay, ideal time is 0.2 minutes here. There is no other element with 0.2. So station 2 is over. Then comes station 3. Okay, station 3. Okay, tell me. All these first 4 elements are over. Next is 5. Fifth element, how much is the time?
1.2.
Precedence satisfied. 1.2. So I have only 0.3 left over. But is there any element with 0.3?
No,
No,
sir.
sir.
No.
Completed.
So,
Work element 4
completed.
completed also.
Next station. What is the leftover element now? 7 and 8 are left over. Shall I start with 7?
Yes, sir.
Okay, because if I go for 8, 7 is not done. Precedence is not satisfied. So I have to go for 7 only. 0.5 minutes. So station 4, 7.5. Still 1 minute is there. But is there any element left over with 1 minute?
No, sir.
No, only 8th element is left over. Forcibly, I have to start a new station. 8th element, which takes directly 1.5 minutes. So this is how assignment is done. And then comes
Balance delay.
efficiency. So line efficiency is TWC, total work content, by NTS. So TWC, I am adding all the elements timings. I am getting 6 minutes. So balance efficiency is 6 by number of stations I got is 5 and service time is 1.5.
1.5.
So 0.8. So balance delay is 1 minus balance efficiency 0.2. So balance delay is 20%. Okay. This is how you have to solve. Is that clear, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Let me quickly show you 2 more problems of different kind. This is given in March 2019. All these problems we already solved in the class. Just I'm revising. March 2019. This is question number 6. Again, a full question. A circular indexing mission performs 10 assembly operations at 10 separate stations. The total cycle time, including transfer time between stations, is 10 seconds. Okay. Cycle time is given as TC is given as 10 seconds here. Stations break down with a probability of 0.007, which can be considered equal for all 10 stations. So breakdown probability is 0.007, which is same for all the 10 stations, he says. When this work stoppage occur, it takes an average 2 minutes to correct the fault. That means the downtime. Downtime is 2 minutes. Whenever the failure occurs, 2 minutes it takes to repair. Parts are not normally removed from the machine when the stoppage occurs. If you remember, I explained you upper bound approach and lower bound approach in unit 2. So whenever he says parts are not removed from the machine when the stoppage occurs, even when the machine is failed, you are not removing the part. After repairing the machine, part will continue. So that approach is called as upper bound approach. But whenever the machine stops, if you remove the part, assuming that it is defect part, then that comes lower bound approach. So indirectly he's saying it is upper bound approach. Part is not removed means straight away you can say upper bound approach. Now he's asking, compute the proportion of downtime, efficiency, and production rate of the machine. So let us recall. Once you refer to the notes, everything you can recollect. However, I am showing here. What is the data given? Number of stations, 10. What is the total cycle time? 10 seconds. Breakdown probability, he has given P as 0.007 and he says it is equal for all 10 stations. Downtime, he has given us 2 minutes. Part is not removed from the machine. That is, it is the upper bound approach. So in upper bound approach, a list of formula I gave to you. Frequency of line stops is equal to N into P. Number of missions into probability of each mission failure. So number of missions, 10. For all the missions, probability of the failure is same, 0.007 only. So 10 into 0.007. So frequency of the line stops is 0.07 line stops per cycle. This is the first thing you have to do. F is equal to N into P, frequency of line stops in upper bound approach. Next, do you remember this formula, average production time? TP is equal to TC plus FTD. In the very beginning itself, we discussed TC, cycle time plus failure rate into downtime. That gives you the actual production time. So TP is equal to TC. TC is how much? He has given 10 seconds. 10 seconds by 60. That means that is in minutes now. Into F is 0.007 that we have calculated here. And the downtime in the problem itself he has given 2 minutes. So what is the actual production time? 0.3 minutes is the actual production time. Once you complete actual production time, actual production rate is the reciprocal of that. RP is equal to 1 by TP. That is 1 by 0.3. That equal to 3.33 parts per minute. This is actual production rate. Okay. Suppose if I have to calculate per hour, it will be into 60. 3.33 into 60, 200 parts per hour. I have calculated rate of production. Any doubt so far?
No, sir.
Yeah. Now, once you calculate rate of production, see, because he's asking rate of production, you have calculated it. See, in the problem, he's asking production rate. So you calculated it. Now, the leftover thing is you have to calculate proportion of downtime, efficiency. Calculating efficiency is equal to TC by TC plus FTD. If you remember, at the very beginning, we discussed this formula. TC, cycle time, by denominator TC plus FTD is the actual production time. So TC is 10 by 60, 10 seconds divided by 60, that is in minutes. Why I am dividing it by 60 means the denominator is in minutes. Here, TP, 0.3 minutes you got. So numerator should also be in minutes, divided by 0.3. So efficiency is 55.5% or 0.555. So proportion of downtime is 1 minus E. If you remember, I gave this formula also. FTD by TC plus FTD. Okay, this is a proportion of downtime. Remember this? This is one formula I have used in the beginning of unit 2. Either you can calculate this way or simply D is equal to 1 minus E. E, line efficiency 0.555 means 55.5%. It is the line is up. Line is up means line is working. Proportion of downtime means how much time the line is idle without working. That means 1 minus 0.555. So that is downtime 0.445. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. This is one problem given in March 2019. And let me take up one last problem of similar kind. This is given in October 2017, question 3 in part B. So the following data apply to a 10 station inline transformation. Probability of failure 0.015, equal probability of failure for all stations. Cycle time 0.4 minute. TD 4 minute downtime. Now here he has given clearly following lower bound approach. In the earlier problem, indirectly he said it is upper bound. How? Parts are not removed from the mission at the time of failure. That means indirectly he said upper bound approach. Now here directly he gave lower bound, or he can say parts are removed from the mission whenever failure occurs. That also means lower bound. So again he's asking frequency of the line stops, average production rate, and line efficiency. So for lower bound approach, a different set of formula I gave. For lower bound approach, frequency of line stops is 1 minus p to the power of n. Even we derived this formula also in the earlier classes. So this is 1 minus probability of the failure 0.015 to the power. How many number of missions are there? 10. So that gives 0.1403 as the frequency of failure. Now, for a lower bound approach, average production rate is equal to TC plus FTD. TC is 0.4 minute. That is given in the problem itself. TC is 0.4 minute. TD is 4 minute. 0.4 plus frequency you calculated here, and TD is given in the problem 4 minutes. So TP, actual production time is 0.9612. Now, actual production rate in case of lower bound approach, there is one formula, 1 minus F by TP. So 1 minus frequency of the failure, that we have to remove. Only actual time of working only you have to take. So 1 minus 0.1403 divided by TP is 0.9612, which gives me 0.89 parts per minute. If I multiply with the 60, I will get it in parts per hour. Therefore, line efficiency is TC by TP. 0.4 by TC is given in problem itself. 0.4 by TP 0.9612. So 0.1416 or 41.6%. So that's what he's asking. Only line efficiency is asking. If he asks us proportion of downtime, then that will be 1 minus 0.416. Right? So these are the problems that you can expect. So one more problem is, today I discussed about largest candidate rule and Kilbridge-Wester method. The third method is there, ranked positional weight method. That also you have to practice. I gave the assignment also. Check the assignment wherein you solve that problem.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Sir,
So,
only problems are there, sir, or else theory we can expect, sir.
where? From these units?
No, sir, in the mid examination.
In the mid examination, you can expect problem also. Problem or
No,
theory, whatever it is.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Okay, and it will be given in such a way that the time will be good enough. For
Sir,
you.
but for the second mid only we have 2.5 units.
Yeah, right. 2.5
Last
units.
2.5 units. That means third unit half and fourth and fifth units.
Fourth unit, fifth unit, and then second half of the third unit. What is there in that? AGVs and ASRS we discussed. Do you remember?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir, of course.
Yeah. AGVs and ASRS. Only this much will be the syllabus for mid-exam. AGVs, ASRS missions, and then fourth unit and then fifth unit.
Sir, what could be the mode of the examination, sir? Last time we have written multiple choice questions. This time.
No, that in the circular itself that was mentioned to you know, there will be 6
Yes,
questions
sir.
to attempt 4.
Yes, sir, we have seen that. That's why I'm asking.
Yeah, the same pattern.
Okay, sir.
Same pattern will be there. So please read well this fourth unit, fifth unit, and AGV, ASRS. These theory questions are definite, even for it will be useful for your end exam also. Okay, and anytime before your examinations, whatever the doubt you have, you can post it in the WhatsApp group. Immediately, I will respond to you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Sir, in
Yeah.
total, in the sem examination, how many problems we can expect, sir? Out of 6 questions?
Out of?
Out of, sir, what would be the pattern, sir, for the external exam? Same 8 questions, sir, or
Same.
old question pattern?
Yeah, there won't be any short answers. Only long answers only will be there.
Okay, sir. In those 8 questions, how many would be the problems, sir?
How many would be the problem means that we can't say now. See, at least you can expect one problem. It can be from anywhere. Like
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Okay,
whether
sir.
it is from line balance efficiency or whatever the models that we discussed now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
So prepare well. It's a scoring subject. Definitely you can score marks. And don't, if the problem is given, don't leave it unattempted. You have to attempt it. They are very, very simple problems. Easily you can solve them. Yeah. Any other doubts you have?
No, sir.
Please share the information to your friends, those who are not attending classes regularly. Let them not lose the opportunity of scoring marks. Okay. So all the best for your forthcoming examinations. Good luck for your future as well. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
So
Thank you.
next week, if you need any help, any explanation of any topic, please let me know so that next week also I can take the class.
Sir, before going one thing, sir, the examinations will be online or offline? I know this is a repetitive question everyone is asking, but we are just curious.
Yeah, mostly it will be online because in the current scenario, offline is difficult. However, please wait. Maybe within a week's time, examination branch will officially send you the circular.
Okay, sir, that's all right. Thank you so much.
Right.
Sir, can you please send some sample problems, sir, for preparation? The last time you have sent some assignment, na, sir. In the similar way, can you send some problems?
Sir has left me.
Help and Ara.
Yes, he did.
Okay, bye. All the best, everyone.
మీటింగ్ కూడా ఎందుకు చేయలే కదా మరి
మీటింగ్ నువ్వే చేసుకోవాలి
రే మోటే
ఏంటిదిరా చాలా వింటున్నావు కదా క్లాస్